you guys. So I was trying to figure out the best way to like do this video. I just decided to just sit down and chill while I'm doing this video. But I wanted to talk about today. I was trying to figure out like my channel and stuff, like we're doing like cleaning and stuff like that. I have been doing like some cleaning stuff, but I don't feel like I want to go that route. I do want to do some cleaning, don't get me wrong. However, I'm going to be doing more like decluttering, more stuff for like, decluttering the house. I'm doing some makeover stuff, and I'm going to be doing some other things. I'm creative with my hands, so I'll probably be doing some creative stuff. But realistically, you guys, I don't know if I can be able to do like a actual cleaning channel, just because of the fact of the matter is my house is not like, I don't have like my house is pretty tidy. I have a tidy house. My house is not really like, you know how you have cleaning channels and you see like a lot of people that they're cleaning and stuff, and like their house is like, not saying everybody, because I do see some their houses look like, like very minimalish and like not too much. And this is no shade to anybody, but realistically, I think that most people, not most people, I'm gonna say some people, I guess would say relate more, I guess, with like the cleaning channels. You're seeing cleaning channels that are like, they clean and constantly cleaning like every few days. And I lie to you not. Every few days, it's dirty. It's filthy. It's like a bunch of trash everywhere. The kids' rooms looking like a hot mess. And you have all these bunch of clothes everywhere, all this bunch of stuff everywhere. It's never clean. Like, it's never clean, you guys. And like, one of the things, and this is no shade, and I'm not pumping myself up, this is one of the things that I do to keep my house clean. If you are one, and like maybe I can look at it from a different perspective and like maybe probably help, and maybe I could probably be like show some tips of how to keep your house, maintain your house, and how to keep up your home and whatnot. Because I do a lot of like clean. I'm always constantly sweeping on this. I'm not sure, everybody's, my channel is new, so I'm at to come with a new perspective that everybody's new. So I'm constantly cleaning. Like, I'm always constantly sweeping something. So every day I'm sweeping. I'm constantly sweeping. I do try to mop my floors. I would say every other day. Sometimes it may go every 2 days or something like that. I try to realistically mop my floors a whole lot. Vacuuming my floors, I try to vacuum my floors every other day. So like I say, even with like mopping, it's usually typically maybe I do want to eventually get one of those steamers. I do feel like those are like a game changers for like your floors and stuff. I will be investing in get something like that in the future, but right now, pocket ain't getting it. So with that being said, like I was saying, some of the things that I do to keep my house clean and like maintained is because I do have a routine. I have a routine for everything that I do in my house. Yes, I can do a lot, but some better in some areas. There's some areas I'm improving in, like with my dishes, for instance. Dishes used to get out of control. Dishes have been maintained a lot better. I did create a system. That was something I did in the past not have a system for. But now I do have a system for my dishes, so my dishes are up, kept up now. However, like in the morning time, I always make my bed. I encourage my kids to make their beds. So in the morning time, they making their beds in the morning time. Do they always do it? No. I go upstairs and I encourage my kids to make sure that they are cleaning their rooms and that the rooms are clean. Kids, number one is having a routine. Number two is having a routine for your kids. You having a routine for yourself and having a routine for your kids is mandatory. So I'm at school because I want to say the distraction, but the distraction sometimes can be, having kids. So having them on a routine can be helpful for you to know, like, hey, they have quiet time at this hour. So I know I have this amount of window to be able to get this stuff clean. And what realistically do I need to do? I tackle the first things that I need to do early in the morning. I tackle head on these beds, making sure the beds are made, making sure I wipe down the countertop. I quickly spray inside of my sinks, and I spray and I wipe down my countertops. This is what I do in the morning time, every morning. And like Some mornings, actually, there's some mornings I may not be able to get a chance to do it, but most mornings I'm spraying it down and it's happening. That's to keep it up with my, cleaning my home. Then I also quickly take some Windex and I wipe down my mirrors real quick. So that way that is done. I know my bathrooms wiped down, my countertops to clean. I know that's a given. Toilets is another thing. I have a specific day do I do my toilets. I have a specific routine of when I'm doing my toilets. When I do one toilet, I'm doing another toilet. I'm not doing like one toilet and then I gotta go back and do another toilet another day. It's not happening. So if I do one toilet, the other toilet's getting done the same day. And so that's how that works. So, and then like also too, another thing that I do to keep my home clean, I'm constantly sweeping. I know some people be like, oh, just wait to the end of the day, sweep. No, I'm constantly sweeping because I feel like to me, if I wait, that's how you get all of them houses, see them houses online, that you have a bunch of trash and you see all this, they sweeping all this bunch of trash every couple days. It's filthy and that stuff is, those are moments when you're not cleaning up because, you just not cleaning, but constantly sweeping, keep, if you're walking to the kitchen and you got your broom is in the corner, take the broom real quick, boom. I have a duster mop. Take the duster mop, boom, 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 boom. While I'm on my way to water there, boom. Then I'm going my way other way. Take it again, I go another way, and then I'm always constantly sweeping just to make sure. And also another thing I do is I have transitional periods. So like after homeschool, because I homeschool, after homeschool, I know it's lunchtime when the kids eat lunch. After the kids eat lunch, that's my little window that I do. I don't even eat lunch at that time, you guys. Like I take my little window while you're sitting down eating lunch. I hurry up and I clean up the little mess that I made in the kitchen. After while I was making their lunch, I clean it up, tidy up real quick, tidy up the pillows, fluff the pillows, you know, get up whatever I can get up, wipe down the little table, the little homeschool table, wipe it down, and I move on, and that's it. Put their homeschool stuff away. I'm putting their homeschool stuff away while that's part of the time period. Then I know eventually they have quiet time. My kid have quiet time. Then that's when I go in, maybe sitting down, watching a movie, watching my Judge Judy. Yes, I love my Judge Judy. Sit down and watch Judge Judy while I'm folding my clothes. Folding my clothes. So I have laundry days too. So I had to give myself a 2-day window to get my clothes three depending upon how much I had that week. Because my kids like to change their clothes constantly, and that's a whole nother story. Or like the weekend happened and things. So I only do my laundry I do my laundry 2 days. I don't do my laundry every single day. I'm not doing that. I feel like to me that's rich people stuff. If you got it like that, you could do it, but I'm not doing it like that, just because I want to save costs and I want to save money and energy, and I don't want to be doing laundry every day. I don't want that in my routine. So I just try to X out, that folding while I'm doing my, while watching my little Judge Judy, or I'm watching my movie and whatnot. That's something that I do. And then also, you guys, I mop every other day. I try to mop every other day. Now, there are times I may stretch maybe that third day, like I missed the second day. I'll probably get to the third day, definitely for sure. And then I vacuum. I typically vacuum every other day. Or I try to do, honestly, sometimes I might actually do it I might actually do it every day. It depends upon if I have nothing to do, but every other day realistically, or like with mopping, maybe every 2 days, so I'm constantly staying up with my vacuum and whatnot. I have a dusting system. I have a wipe down. I have a deep cleaner system. However, that stove, you guys, I'm gonna tell y'all that stove, not the stove, the oven. We are planning on getting a new oven, a new stove next year. So have I cleaned out that stove, deep cleaned that stove out? I'm just keeping it real with y'all, because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect. I have not deep cleaned that stove out for months. So my oven is not right there quite yet. However, I do plan on doing a deep clean with that. So I'm thinking, honestly, I might actually do that this weekend, because we about to go on winter break for school, and so I'll have time to be able to tackle that. That's one of the things I really want to do, and I do want to do some other stuff that I have projects to do, with sanding and repainting some areas. I do plan on doing that too. But yeah, so that's one of the things, sidebar. So I hope you all enjoyed this video so far. If you are enjoying this video, please don't not forget to hit that like button, so that way I can be able to know if it's a video that you'd be interested in seeing. Or like if you're interested in seeing a certain video, hey, don't forget to like. If you missed the video, if you say, hey, I like that video, you can go back to it, press the like button, so assist can know, like, you know, if you liked it or whatnot, and then I can kind of see and flow from there and whatnot. But yeah, I hope this video is helpful. And just like we're giving like some tips, like mainly most things is routine. And also, you guys, do not get caught up with like people online, and like, it's nothing wrong with links. It's nothing wrong with links. I'm putting it out there. I will probably be linking eventually. Am I linking now? No. Eventually I'll probably be doing some links and stuff, like, but don't get caught up with like the links, because let me tell you something. So like I was saying, realistically, like if you don't have a decluttering system in your home, I'm not saying you're screwed, but you will eventually have too much stuff in your house. And I know you don't want the internet with YouTube. People got all these bunch of like, you know, departments where like, oh, you can store this in here. No, you can store this in here. And then you can store this in here. You can store this in here. Store this in here. But guess what end up happening when you have all those bunch of storages and stuff? There's nothing wrong with having storage. You do want to be organized, but you end up having more than you're supposed to have in your home. And so, you know, just like makeups, people having all this bunch of makeups, getting 2 bins. You're putting it. You have a spot for it. But you have too much of something, like you have too much of makeup, like, or you have too much of this, or you have too much of that. You know, it's not really teaching you decluttering. It's not really teaching you that. So then you have a house where it's hard to clean, because you got that in that corner, 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 and you're storing all these bunch of stuff in these bunch of corners, and then you can't keep up with your house and clean your house because you have too many things in your home. You're buying too much. You know, just being able to, like, you know, pull back a little bit, you know, with self-control, with spending and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into everybody spending, because it's not my business to get into anybody else's spending. I'm gonna X that out of what I just said. So I'm just saying it as in, and I'm actually gonna leave that part in. But I X out what I just said with that, with like the spending part. I don't, you know, that's not our business what anybody do with their spending. But however, I do want to tell people, you know, that making sure you have a decluttering system in your home, you know, because, you know, if you're buying at a point, you know, you're not going to have any space in your home, or you're going to have too many things in your home, which will make it harder for you to clean, you know, because you have too much stuff. And so that's all. And, you know, and then you're feeling like, oh man, why do I don't have room for this? You know, I see somebody actually complaining about that. Like, you're buying too much. That's why you don't have room. You don't have room because you're buying too many things. You know, so, you know, eating up your space like that too as well. And it makes it hard. Oh man, I can't never keep my house clean because, you know, I don't have the space. No. Some people, y'all just need to stop buying stuff. Y'all need to stop buying stuff, and then that would make it a lot more easier for you to be able to manage your home. You know, buying the necessary things. That's why I say I'm a little bit like minimalish, you know, and you see those homes that look like it's clean, it's constantly clean. You ever notice like they don't have a bunch of things on their countertops, or they don't have a bunch of stuff in their home, or they have just the basic things in their house, and they're not having all this bunch of things and stuff, and they have exactly what they need in their home? It's because they have exactly what they need in their home. And you too can have the exact stuff that you need. It's just decluttering, boo. So all about decluttering. And so once you hit that decluttering thing, once you get that decluttering system, which I will be doing on this channel if you are interested, once we hit that decluttering system and you get that decluttering system, sis, you're going to notice that your house is going to be clean, and your house is going to be easy to manage, and people could come over your house and you ain't got to be running around making sure, you know, this and that, X, Y, Z, and the thirds, because you hiding stuff, and you got to do all that. Your house could be clean, constantly clean, even with kids. So I'm going to teach something. I'm going to probably do a series on that, just like with teaching people how to, you know, maintain their homes and stuff. And I'm not saying I'm a pro. I just feel like I can be able to share some stuff just because I do it every day. And so, and that's a reality. My husband knows, he sees that I keep up with the home and stuff. It's nothing like coming home, your husband come home and he's seeing the house clean. Okay? Can I get an amen? And it's not looking like you lazy. No, you're not lazy. You have kids. But when you have kids in your home, that is your job. That is your duty. That is something that you're doing. You're making sure the house is clean and tidy and things like that. So, but you got it, sis. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I hope this video was somewhat helpful and just sharing a little bit light on how this channel gonna work and then what the goal of this channel is realistically, and what, some of the things I will be doing. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like, a thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.